Good evening and welcome to Headlines at 10. I'm Janet Aces, bringing you stories that made headlines today. We start in the capital, where a man shot and killed his wife in Katutura Sam Nuoma's Freedom Square earlier in the morning today before turning the gun on himself in front of their 5-year-old son. According to neighbors, the couple, married for almost 4 years, was allegedly in the main bedroom when an argument erupted at about 5 o'clock, leading to the husband to shoot his wife in the head while she was trying to run out of the room. The couple has been identified as 42-year-old Linnea Ehumbo and her 40-year-old husband, Hengua Karumona. The motive for the killing is still unknown and police investigation continues. Now, in the Oshana region, 2 pastors of the Evangelical Lutheran Church in Namibia, Alson, were consecrated as bishops at the Ongwediva Alson Center yesterday. They are Shikutambala Nambala and Josephat Shangala, who will be responsible for the church's eastern and western diocese, respectively. Nambala will also be the presiding Alson bishop. The role of the newly appointed bishops will be to foster the unity of the church and pray for it, just as Jesus Christ did for his disciples. Now, in the Kunene region, the Namibia Food and Allied Workers Union, NAFAO, has strongly criticized the planned retrenchment at Etosha Mountain Lodge in the Kamanyapa constituency. 7 workers at the lodge have received notification letters that they will be retrenched on the 7th of next month. Meanwhile, a labor consultant at Etosha Mountain Lodge, Thabo Moncho, says the exercise was necessary because the lodge had been experiencing financial problems over the past few years. In other headlines, 2 drivers and their passengers traveling in separate vehicles had a narrow escape with death yesterday when their vehicles were almost swept away by strong currents while trying to cross the Usep River at Groothoop. Now, the Usep River, just a few kilometers south of Windhoek, experienced flash flooding following the weekend's heavy downpours that made it difficult for residents to leave or enter the village. Now, in news further afield, technicians are battling to stabilize a 3rd reactor at a quake-stricken Japanese nuclear plant, which has been rocked by a 2nd blast in 3 days. The fuel rod inside the 2nd reactor at the Fukushima Daiichi plant had been fully exposed on 2 separate occasions, raising fears of a meltdown. Now, seawater is being pumped into the reactor to try to stop the rods from overheating. Crossing over to sports news now, Paulus the Hitman Moses' opponent in this coming weekend's showdown in the capital has arrived in the country. However, the Argentine boxer's arrival at the Jose Cutaco International Airport was marred by his missing luggage. Dario Lombardo told journalists through his interpreter that he was here on a mission to make the impossible possible in the ring. And that's all from us here in Studio One. Join us again tomorrow at 8 in the evening for more local, international and sports news. You can also catch headlines on our website at www.nbc.com.na. From me, Janet Aces, good night.